So mixed radicals, if you want to square root something like this, always know the square root, there's a little 2 that we don't write here. It's an invisible 2, so but always know there's a 2 right here. That's what is square root. Otherwise, they'll indicate it's a cube. If it's a cube root, or if it's a fourth root, they'll indicate a 4. But if they don't put anything, just know that there is a 2 in there that's invisible. All right. Now, here is simple. You know, you're taking the square root of 81, which is 9. The square root of x to the 6 is going to be x, and then the 6 divided by 2 here is 3. So that's basically, when you're square rooting anything with an exponent, then you just, it becomes x to the power of whatever half of the exponent is. So here, the y also will be 5 because half of the 10 is 5. And that's how you square root, okay? One thing that a lot of students, when they get into mixed radicals, sometimes they think if they get something like this, they have to put something inside the square root. Well, here you don't have anything inside the square root because all of them are perfect squares. You can already square rooted them and you got that. But now let's look at something else. So if we look at a different question where, you know, we have square root, let's say 18 x to the 8, y to the 7. So here, you gotta look, do you have any perfect squares in here? No, you don't have, yes, you do have a perfect square in here. The perfect square is x to the 8. So right away, you could do the square root of x to the 8, which is x to the 4. You're only halving the 8, and then becomes x to the 4. So you don't have any more x's inside the square root. But these numbers, since they are not perfect squares, you got to find the perfect square that goes into 18. The largest perfect square that goes into 18 is 9. So you could change 18 to 9 times 2. And also, y to the 7. See, the 7 doesn't divide by 2. That's why it's not a perfect square. So you got to take, change this to y to the 6 times y to the 1. Because y to the 6 times y to the 1 will give me y to the 7. And this is the largest perfect square that comes out from y to the 7. And therefore now, the final answer for this, these are the numbers that are perfect squares. So I'm just going to do the square root of them. Square root of 9 is 3. I still have x to the 4 that I already square rooted. Now y to the 6, the square root of y to the 6. Remember, we just have the 6. So it's y to the 3. And what we have left inside the square root is 2 and y to the 1, or y. So this is the difference between this and this. This is, all of them are perfect squares, so you could square root that right away and you don't have square root anymore. But here, the perfect square is only the x to the 8, so that becomes x to the 4. But these, you have to manipulate them in this to be able to get that. Thanks for watching. Till next time, bye-bye. Have a great day.